Hi. So I wanted to do a little health update. I didn't want to worry anybody, but I had a cold. Jerry brought a cold home from work, and man, I've never had a cold since I started COVID, and I've been bragging about that, and I guess I can't anymore. So I've had a cold now, and it threw my blood work at the cancer, because I go every month. It threw my blood work off. So the first time, when I had the COVID, not the COVID, sorry, I have COVID on the brain. It's not COVID. I tested negative, but when I had the cold, it was just really tired was my main symptom. But then, the sniffles and everything, it's a cold. So, but mostly really just tired. And so I said, I don't feel like I'm myself. I really feel like I need, some time before I start Ibrance again. And they're like, yeah, take that. So then, I didn't start Ibrance that week. And then, the next week, I had the blood work, and they were like, yeah, your numbers are wacky. Even my sodium was off. My potassium was off. My protein was off. My, everything was off. And so they were like, and my white blood cells were high, really high. And so anyway, where we're at today, so I took that week off too. So I've been off. So now I'm off Ibrance for 3 weeks. That's my chemotherapy. I have stage 4 cancer. I have metastatic breast cancer, which means it's, also in my lung. It moves to other parts of your body. It's invading your body when it's stage 4. There is no cure for stage 4 cancer. Metastatic breast cancer or any kind of cancer at stage 4 has no cure. There's no cancer that has a cure once you get to stage 4, period. Late stage cancers, no cures. My cure, they were going to cure me. It went out the window when they found out I was stage 4. They were about to cure me though. So stage 1 or stage 2, they could have helped. But by the time that they got through all of my pre-op and everything that they were about to do to me, to cure me, heal me, 100% cure, not remission, cure. Yeah, they found some weird liver enzyme thing and did one extra scan and found all kinds of nodules deep in my lungs, and I had to go through a wedge resection surgery and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, all that aside, I can start Ibrance again this week. Yay! So Saturday I start. Like I said, my white blood cells are still kind of high, but they said that the rest, the differentials, everything else looking so good, they don't care. So I can start my Ibrance on Saturday. Yes! So I'll be back on my, 3 weeks on, 1 week off cycle. Then other news, I'm trying to keep this short because I've tried to do this so many times and I keep going so long. So if you have questions about any of it, if I seem to skim over this, just leave questions if you want. Anyway, all right. So I have depression, anxiety, ADD, certain mental health issues, right? So I asked a while back at the ketamine clinic that I pass every time I go to the cancer center. It's on the way. Hey, could you help me out here? Because I've had depression since before cancer. And they were like, no, because ketamine has never been tested with Ibrance or whatever. So recently I called Accredo, which is my specialty pharmacy that carries Ibrance. And so anyway, Ibrance now approves ketamine with use with Ibrance. So I had to inform the ketamine people, can you take me now? So they had me fill out the intake form, and I did. because their guy was like, so I put in the information about Accredo so he could like duke it out with their pharmacist, you know, or whatever, and get the okay that way. Well, they called me today and they're like, yes, but first, before I, you know, because I'm not in the door yet, but they're like, so we want your doctor, your general practitioner, to send us his notes from your last thing. And I have an appointment coming up, my yearly exam, just with my GP. I'm like, I see him like February 20th. I can send that to you. How about that? They're like, yeah, do that. So February 20th, I'll send that to the ketamine clinic and we'll see what they say. Maybe they'll talk to me. Maybe. Because if you have depression and anxiety, if you have cancer, you might have some depression and anxiety. You might have a little PTSD from diagnostic surgeries and whatnot, biopsies and things. I don't know. I don't know you. I don't know your treatment. But whatever the case, more and more cancer drugs are being approved for use with these things that if you have, now my situation is because my in a couple of weeks now, my next scan, I get a PET scan. The last one was 6 months ago, but almost now. And they found little specks on my spine. So it could have progressed to my spine. If that's the case, I want to stay ahead of the pain. And I'm bigger than I've ever been. And I've been taking Cymbalta for depression. And I went from 285 in my weight to now I'm like about 235 right now. And so I've lost 50 pounds over the last several months, but I'm hitting this plateau and it's so hard. And I thought if I can lower my Cymbalta dose, you know, if this ketamine thing works, maybe, and it's very expensive. So, but I thought, okay, let me just get in the door and then worry about that part after. Let's just see if I can before I sit there and go, oh, how am I going to afford it? Because I don't know that insurance will do it. I don't know. But at any rate, the good news is that people who are on Ibrance, and there are other cancer medications too. So check with your specialty pharmacy or your oncological pharmacist to find out if the type of chemo you take might be able to work with ketamine. The other route would be psilocybin, kind of a similar effect. The treatments, you know, I've heard very positive things. And I'll leave some links below. There's a YouTube lady, I don't know her personally, but she's a licensed therapist and she gives her input on some of these things. I know that psilocybin, the magic mushrooms thing, that's legal in Colorado, not here, but I have family in Colorado. I could maybe go there. So when I asked about that though, the specialty pharmacy was like, we don't know. So they told me to ask my pharmacist or my oncologist. So I'll ask Dr. Schmidt. I see her next month as well after my scan. So once I find out what's going on with my scans, you know, like whether that's in my spine or not, I'm going to be interested in more weight loss options because really pain in the spine and a heavy weight, like a heavy body weight, are not good together. And I'm so tired. I know that sounds like an excuse, but by week 3 of chemo, I'm so tired that I don't want to do like, you know, I stretch on the floor. I do really basic, like beginner yoga kind of stuff. Like not a lot of movement, more like just the holding the positions and breathing. Counting breathing and stuff like that, because, you know, I've had therapy most, you know, on and off a lot in my life because I've had depression a lot in my life. And so I know certain tools to help me through these things, but I'd really like to get off some of this medication to help me be more active and do more, you know, and also, you know, like there's things that happen when you're on these medications, like side effects and so forth, that really change your life in some ways, and they're like lifestyle changing sometimes. So the idea of could this work is very intriguing to me. Very intriguing. I would like to just, it could be life-changing. So that's good news. And so if you know anybody who's taking Ibrance or who's on chemotherapy, and they have issues like this, let them know that ketamine therapy is pretty good successful rate lately, I've heard. And it's not just an IV anymore. They have nasal spray for the ketamine. And it's X amount of sessions. And then they help you through, I don't know what it is. Anyway, as I've learned, if you want to know more, leave a message and I'll update. And when I find out more, I'll make a video about that. So anyway, I just wanted to have this update because, yeah, I didn't really tell many people that I had the cold. I was mostly sleeping during that time. So, but everything's going good. Everything's, I'm just waiting for my appointments that are coming up, and I had my blood work today, so I have the okay to start Ibrance this Saturday. I'm excited, and with that, I hope you have a great weekend. And also, if you're my mother-in-law, thank you so much for this shawl. It's like so soft and just been such a comfort, and it snowed last night, and I've been like, you know, in my house, like, and I wore it to my appointment today when I got my blood drawn, and I just, yeah, this is very cozy little thing, so thank you so much. Thank you. I love it. And also, I got a comment that I should make a winter outfit with the hat my sister gave to me. Stay tuned, because I ordered some clothes that I didn't have, but some stuff that will match my hat. So I'll be modeling that soon when that gets here. So anyway, I love you. If you're watching this, thank you. And I hope that you have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful day. And please be kind to yourself and others. Bye.